Hello, you could hear me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet and come over. Hello from the outside. Hello? What the hell Adele saying? All I know is hello, hello. You could hear me. Hello kitties and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rogan and this is This Bahamian Gal, home of big hair, bold looks, and big laughs. I show you how to break the internet without breaking the bank. I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram. If you're not, you better go over there right now at This Bahamian Gal and follow me. But in the past few weeks, many people have come into my DM to say, Rogan, we really love your photos and what you're doing. And if you haven't seen my photos, take a look. Yeah, so they've been hitting me up and saying, you know what, Rogan, we really love what you're doing. We're feeling your aesthetic, but the photos, who's taking your pictures? And the answer is me. And they're asking me, what type of camera are you using? Because these photos are the bomb. And the answer is no camera, just my cell phone, $64 Android. That's what I'm using to take these photos. And that's proof positive right there that you don't have to spend a lot of money on expensive cameras in order to get high quality photos. So if you're somebody who A, doesn't have an expensive camera, you don't want to buy an expensive camera, B, you don't have somebody who's going to be following you around all the time taking photos, and C, you want to be able to just take these photos on your own, then you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you how with little ingenuity, a little creativity, and of course a little shutter like this, a little remote control, and an inexpensive cell phone, you can do wonders for your social media game. So if you're interested in learning, and this is not going to be a long video, hopefully, but if you're interested in learning, I want you to keep watching. But before you continue watching, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you've been here before. If you haven't been here before, you want to check me out, see if my personality is something that you like, then wait till the end of the video and think about it. Fair enough? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say to you guys, and it's so obvious, you're going to go, well, duh. No, you have to understand that this is one of the most important things you need to do when you're using your cell phone to take photos. And I have been burned many, many times because I didn't take the time to make sure that I did this. So I have to warn you guys, I've ruined many, many photos in the past by not doing this. So first of all, I use a lot of Android phones. I'm a big Samsung user, and these are phones that I got for free from the phone companies. Like, I don't really spend a lot of money on cell phones. I really don't. Not that I don't want to, I'd rather put my money somewhere else. But I use just regular old Samsung. But this is the tip. Please, for Christ's sake, before you want high quality photos, you're gonna need to make sure that your lens, if you're using a front facing or rear, make sure it's clean. So I don't like to use the tissue because it leaves little fragments behind. There's always those little, if you wear glasses or sunglasses, they give those like microfiber cloths. I don't know what you call those cloths, but those are like the best ones, and I have some somewhere around here. I just can't find them. But I prefer to use just a regular old, what do you call this? A clean face towel. Y'all wash your own face with face towels? But anyway, just clean that off very well. Make sure it's clean, guys. I promise you, there are some things that just cannot be fixed in post-production. And why would you even want to, when all you have to do is just take a cloth and just clean off your lens. Just make sure your lens is extremely clean. I've been burned before and I don't want you guys to be burned. Make sure before you get started that you have enough space on your phone. You might have to get an external SD card like I do, but just make sure that you have enough space to take photos, because you all know that the first 2 photos, 3 photos, sometimes the first 20 photos just aren't, because you got to warm up to it. You got to get comfortable with in front of the camera, and a lot of those things go to waste. So you don't want to run out of space when you get a great photo at the end, or you're like, oh damn, I wish I got that photo. So just make sure you have enough space on an SD card, an external SD card. I'm going to say that props play a significant role in having great photos. You don't have to run out and buy anything expensive. This plant that I got from TJ Maxx, but it's $9.99. That's what I spent on this right here. And you can buy inexpensive things. If $10 is too expensive, but you have plants around your house or around your apartment, use that. You'd be surprised what you can use to just enhance the quality of your photo. And these might seem like obvious things, but a lot of people just take bland photos because they don't have anything that's visually interesting in the picture. So just make sure that you have something that you can kind of rest on the side somewhere or position, you know, just so it makes it a little bit more interesting, gives it life. I have real plants all over my house. This one's artificial and I like it for photos just because it's not dropping dirt or anything anywhere, so it's easy to just move all over the place, and if it falls down, it's not a big deal. And another thing that I did is, just got into some poses. I'm not the best at posing. I promise you, I'm like horrible when it comes to posing. Like, there's some girls on Instagram, they kill it every single time. Like, that's not me. I just try to make sure I focus on looking as relaxed as possible and having a good smile, because I think I have a nice smile. And another thing that I did was I positioned my body to sort of block the mirror a little bit. And so if you can see, I just tilted forward a little bit so you can't see it, because I don't mind the recording to show the ring light, but for the photo, in this photo I didn't want to see it. So I just sort of tilted forward so that you could see, let my hair cover it a bit, and the focus is on me. And I just used my shutter, and I think everybody should get one of these. They're like $5 and under if you get these on Instagram, and they're so helpful. You just Bluetooth, pair it with your Bluetooth on your phone, and you just snap away. And the good thing is your hands aren't you can't see your hands, so you could definitely just hold it down below and pose and whatever. Now if you want to use your hands in the photo, or showcase something, or like a heart or something like that, then you want to use your timer on your phone, and most of these phones have timers, and I would totally advise you to get acclimated with that. There are some timers that are like 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds. I like to do the 10-second. I like to use a 10-second timer just because it allows me to get in position and actually look at myself in the camera and see if I like what I'm seeing. If I don't, then I can do something totally different. But if you just do like 1 second, it's like, oh my God, it's just like too much of a rush. So I would do the 10-second or 8-second. I don't know how you guys' phone operates, but use a timer if you need to use both your hands, or if you want to hold something, and that's always very cute in photos as well. Whatever it is, just if you want to use both your hands, you would use your timer, and I'm going to do that as well so you guys can see. These vases that I have in the back, these are a bit messy because these are like dried. They're not real plants or real flowers, they're dried. And I got them from Home Goods. Yeah, I got them from Home Goods. And then I bought this vase, and it's huge, and I got it for like $9.99 again from TJ Maxx. So these little, all of them, I swear it was like super cheap to me, super cheap. If you live at home with your parents or anything like that, just see if your mom and dad have like, something. Most parents have something around the house that you can use. You know what I mean? Like, literally take a minute and go through your house and see what you can use as a prop. It could be pillows, it could be plants, it could be a step ladder, and I'm going to show you a step ladder that I use to take my photos as well. It could be artificial plants, whatever it is, utilize it. Okay. So another thing that I use is my clothing rack. You guys, if you've been watching my old videos, you've seen this clothing rack before. I remove my clothes from here. This is for those people who don't want to use their hangers, if they happen to have a clothing rack. If not, you can use, what do you call it? The backdrop hangers, if you have those as well. And if you don't have any of this stuff, then you'll have to tape like sheet or something like that up against a wall. You could tape it or tack it. But I happen to have these things, so I can use them. So let me show you. I was saying you could either use the curtains that I was showing earlier, or if your curtains aren't so attractive, here's another thing that you can use other than the rug. And this is what I like to use too. Just a blanket. This is like, it has the consistency of like a throw. It's very soft and plush. I've done this before, but I haven't used this one, so this is kind of like I'm gonna be experimenting as I watch this one on as I record this as well. So let me see how I would do this. So let me see if I can bring this up a little closer. And I just don't feel like pushing my bed all the way over towards the other wall, but this is just for demonstration purposes. All right, so, and the thing that I like about, the reason I like to use these is that it doesn't show wrinkles the way that like a sheet would, a flat sheet would. So let's see here. Let me just position this. So what you would do, let's see if you can get this done properly, is I would adjust, because I'm going to put some props down here as well, those very same things that I used earlier, and I want to show you what you can do if you really want to get creative. Again, these are like dried, they aren't real flowers, they're like, I don't know what they're made of, but they're supposed to mimic like dried flowers. And if you want to, you could tape certain stuff to the background so that you could have flowers and that sort of stuff. This one's like dead or whatever, but you could tape them over here on the background so that you can create a nice aesthetic. So let me show you. Let me tilt this down so you guys can see. And put that there. And again, like I said to you, I'm just putting stuff together just so you can see what you can do. This isn't in any, damn, I need to clean my fake plants. Another thing I'm gonna do, let's see here, just testing out stuff to see how it looks. I kind of want to change the background. Let's see here. Let's see what this is looking like. Oh, I like it. And what you would do, because we're trying to not show that wall, is you'd bring your camera closer. And I need to bring this down. I'm just letting you guys see the whole process. And where's my, okay. Always gotta make sure you have this handy dandy thingamajig. And position, 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 position. And as it relates to photos, because I can still see the wall a little bit, right? You can't even really see this picture what I brought down here. Hold on, let me get some more. Hold on. Ugh. More props. So let me do some poses. And just try to find the light. When I say the light, I don't mean the ring light. Just try to find the light inside of you to do this because there's nobody there to stimulate you, to tell you smile, to be happy, or to feel whatever, you know. So you kind of have to think good thoughts. I'm not really good with the serious poses. Let me try. I look like duck lips. I'm not good with the serious poses, and I like happy photos, so that's what I do. So again, you can use whatever props you have, but I love the idea because look how nice and straight that is in the back. There's not a lot of creasing. And hello, hello. I know a lot of people are going to ask about settings. It really just depends on, it's hard to say what settings your phone should be at, because everybody's skin tone is different. Everybody's likes are different. I could give you a setting that makes your photos way more exposed than it needs to be, and if you're dark skinned, it can make you look really washed out. If you're light skinned, it can make you look really ghastly and ghostly and pale, and so I don't really like that. When you're shooting, you don't have to shoot overhead like how I'm shooting. I quite like the way that this looks, and so I do like shooting like this, and I'll tell you why. I have a double chin, honey, and so shooting underneath is not cute. Shooting straight on works for me, and shooting above definitely works for me. So again, that's another tip. If you got a double chin, you don't want anybody to see your double chin, shoot from above. Boom. Tip of the day. Tip of the day, not of the day, of the day. And you can sort of just kind of snuggle your way in the center. You don't have to have it overshot. Now my ring light won't allow me to get any flatter, but you can always position your camera on something, a bunch of books or whatever. Hey, how did I do that? Or you can use, these flowers make so much mess. That's another thing. If y'all gonna use these props and stuff like that, you know, you could, anyway, we don't take it out. You could just kind of rest it right there and take some really nice photos. And again, you don't even see, if you see my wall, when I take the photo, I can crop that piece right there. But what is important is that I have these kind of like surrounding me, you know, kind of creating like a garden theme, you know. And you can always paste, like again, take some tape and paste them on the back as well, and really create a nice garden, a garden theme or a garden atmosphere. Okay, so let me take some photos and I'll insert them when I'm done. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below, if you're going to incorporate any of these inside of your photos. Good, bad, or indifferent, I want to hear it down below. I love to engage with you guys. Thank you to my many subscribers who have decided to follow along with me on this journey. I really appreciate you guys. My channel is going up every single day, and it's because of you guys. I really, really appreciate you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at thisbahamiangyal, and on my blog www.thisbahamiangyal.com, on Twitter as well as thisbahamiangyal, and on Facebook at thisbahamiangyal. New videos every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time without fail. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. I hope you guys have some amazing photos in the coming weeks, months, and years. And again, like I said, you do not have to spend a lot of money on expensive cameras or hiring somebody. You know, it's great if you can hire somebody. I've done that 1,000 times, you know, but it adds up. It really does. And if you could take some high quality photos on your own, it's so worth it. Just get creative, guys. Again, some $9.99 vases. These things were like $15. This blanket throw, whatever you call this, behind me was like $20 at a Marshall's. And my hello sign was a gift from one of my very, very sweet dear friend, Sada. So this is my hello from Sada. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Love you, love you, love you. I mean it. I really mean it. Thank you guys. See you next week. Y'all be safe. See you right back here next week. Bye.